Hello.
Hello?
Hey.
You done doing your thinking?
Yeah, I'm just doing my thinking.
You
I don't want
sleeping?
to be. I think no. I'm just laying there watching Three's Company.
Oh,
I don't want to leave you and Jamie. Is she there? Is she here too, Jamie? You here?
he's here.
I don't want to leave you and Jamie. But I want Jamie to know I'm not going to be treated like an asshole. She knows. She knows I'm not going to put up with being treated like that.
Really? Because haven't you been putting up with it for like 2 years?
I've been
Like an
putting up.
asshole.
I can barely hear her.
You act
I
like an
don't.
asshole.
I act like an asshole when I need to, Jamie, and you know that.
No.
Yeah, I do.
Casey, you think he needs to act this way the majority of the time?
No, no grown man needs to act like a baby.
I'm not acting like a baby, and I don't act like this all the time. When you mention Rod, and that's what I feel like. All I hear is Rod.
You mentioned Rod.
Shit about Rod. Jamie, the other night you had to mention him time after time after time. And I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to
When?
hear anything about it.
When?
I asked.
I don't want to know any of it because she met him on the internet when her and I were together.
Yeah, you've said that
Only
like
fun.
600 times. What's the
Yeah.
significance of that? Why does it matter what
So,
if he's from the internet?
It doesn't.
so well, it pissed me off
It
because she
doesn't.
couldn't.
Well, what's the difference if she had met him at like a bar versus the internet? Like, why do you
because
always
she
have
went
to
on
include that fact?
because she went online looking for him. That's why
Okay?
it pisses me off. That's why I mentioned the internet. Because before that, she had always called me her virgin,
God, you are
and I
stupid.
and see, she just can't stop the name calling stupid bullshit. That pissed me off when she did that because she used to call me her virgin. And that was the thing between me and her. Then she went online
That was
looking
a.
for her
So if
virgin.
I met him at a bar, I wouldn't have been, quote, looking for him.
Oh well, it doesn't matter. You were looking for him. Period. And you did it while we were together. Then you invited him there. And,
Okay, so that whole bar thing was pointless when you said it.
yeah, whole bar things is pointless. Jesus, Jamie, when you went to the hotel room
Then
to
why
meet
did you say
Rod,
it was different?
stuck on that. It was different, Jimmy, because me and you were together, and you didn't have to go online looking for a guy.
For a friend?
For a friend, but you had always mentioned finding a virgin.
No.
You did too. You used to call me your virgin.
Because you're a virgin.
I didn't say I was looking for
Yes,
one,
I'm a
you idiot.
virgin.
I said I wanted one.
Yeah, you wanted one. What's the difference? You wanted one, so you couldn't help but go online and look.
Big difference.
You wanted one, so you couldn't help but go online and look.
Did you look for an underage girl?
Unbelievable. I really have no idea why you
You
would
went
say
online and
that.
looked.
I have no idea why you would
You
say
went
that and
online and
related.
looked.
Don't do that, Jamie.
I'll explain why I said if. You went online and looked.
And did you have to go online and look? Because you already had a boyfriend.
For a friend?
You just said for a virgin, Jamie.
I didn't.
Can you respect that I don't like him or anything about him?
You're the one saying I went and looked. I haven't said it once.
Yeah, I am saying it because you did.
No, I didn't.
Can you respect that I don't like him or anything about him? Can you respect that?
I
don't like
don't give a
anything
shit.
about him.
Huh?
I'm sure he has some redeeming qualities about him.
I
You don't like
I still
anything
admit-
about him?
He a wonderful man.
I don't like anything about him
He's a wonderful man.
because of the fact that he came into mine and Jamie's relationship, and Jamie invited him in.
He's a wonderful man.
Did you know, Jamie, that I called Will one more time before to try to stop you from going to the hotel to meet him, but you were so anxious to go, you had already left.
Why did you have anxiety? Were you nervous? What does her being nervous to meet Rod have to do with anything? Or having anxiety?
I didn't say anything about anxiety or nervous.
You said she was anxious.
I wasn't nervous. This intelligence man doesn't know the
So-
definitions of words he says.
Oh, are you
She-
using the
All
word
right,
wrong?
she was so excited to meet him.
Oh, okay. I thought you said anxious.
I did. I probably did use that word in that type of way. And
Yeah, excited and anxious isn't the
don't
same
pay.
thing.
I don't pay attention to it.
Right, who needs pesky education?
Smart ass remarks constantly.
You threaten to leave constantly.
No,
Oh,
I
was
don't
you
call names
anxious?
constantly. I don't call names constantly.
What's worse, being called a name or being threatened that you're gonna leave every time you throw a little bitch fit? You say you love us, and then anything happens and you accuse us of being fake, and that you're gonna leave.
Well, look what she does. Look how she fucking treats me. She
He
didn't
called
used to
us
treat
fake
me
and
like.
bitches. Why don't you
She
get off that
didn't-
high horse of yours, buddy?
They call me buddy and shit. How fucking romantic is that?
Buddy's not a bad name.
And
Not a bad
Ignore the
word.
point.
no, but asshole is and all the other stupid and all that shit. How romantic is that?
Just focused on the name, not the point.
Well, in her defense, you did call her a bitch yesterday.
That weren't just that was what 2 days ago.
And fake
The
2
day
day
before
before.
yesterday, I'm sorry.
And fake 2 day before.
I don't want to leave you two. I don't. I want this to work. But I don't want to be treated like an asshole constantly.
Then stop being an
Yeah.
asshole constantly.
I don't want fucking Rod
Get her to
around
send you
her.
a picture. She never did with me.
I don't want her being around Rod. But she wants to be around Rod.
I don't believe
She
that's
does-
her in the photos.
She doesn't care about how you and I feel about her being around Rod. She doesn't want to sacrifice not being around Rod to make our relationship better.
Well, I'm willing to work with her on that. I'm not gonna force her to get rid of someone. I want her to set boundaries, but I'm not gonna say you can't be around Rod.
She doesn't set boundaries very good though.
Here's the deal, Jessica Biel. Rod isn't going anywhere. I'm under contract with him until April.
Jamie, why didn't you tell Rod that you have a boyfriend and that it's me?
You're under contract with him till April. What does that mean?
So suck my dick, Lord.
No. You can answer the question.
What do you mean you're under contract with
For
him?
movies, babe.
Movies.
Yeah.
So being under contract with
Front
him until
loaded a
April,
contract.
being under contract till April doesn't mean that you have to go out to bars with him and hanging out with him and shit.
Holy fuck.
Well, look what he does, Jamie. He obviously doesn't respect that you're in a relationship.
What did he do?
Getting underneath you and pointing at your tits.
Oh Jesus, the world's going to end.
Well, you're fucking right. Go let him point at somebody else's tits that is not in a relationship.
Yawn.
What?
Lord.
What?
Fuck off.
What is that about?
Why don't you finish that thinking session you never had?
Jimmy, why didn't you tell Rod that you have a boyfriend and that it's me?
I need to think. Talks shit, talks shit, talks shit. I need to think. You such.
Lauren loves thinking.
Why didn't you tell Rod that you had a boyfriend and that it's me?
I don't think he can think. It's all impulse and cobwebs up there, Casey.
Jamie, why did you not tell Rod that you have a boyfriend and that it's me?
You're wording that very weird. You can just say, why didn't you tell Rod I'm your boyfriend? You don't just say, why didn't you tell me I have a boyfriend and it's me? Sounds weird.
No, he has to say it like an 87.
What's that mean?
Because I graduated 87th out of 87 people in my class. Because I didn't like school.
Seems like school didn't like you.
Well, school didn't like it. Well, actually, the school liked me all right. I just didn't like school. Jamie seems to think she's going to stab me with that all the time.
I could tell, was you good at school?
Nope, I sucked at it.
Well, I mean, I could have guessed that because you do have a very, like, not good grasp on the English language.
Bet he was anxious when he didn't have to go.
Jamie, why didn't you tell Rod that I'm your boyfriend?
Anyone have any fun weekend plans?
Staying inside Saturday. It's going to be 5 degrees.
It's going to storm on Sunday.
And it's going to storm here on Monday.
Lauren, how big was the bus you rode to school on?
It was big.
It wasn't like maybe
It was a
half
big
the
yellow
size
bus.
of a regular bus. Okay.
No, nice try, but I didn't ride the short bus. I'm far from stupid, you two. I can tell you that right now. There's a lot of shit you're not giving me credit for.
Like
There's a lot of
what?
shit you don't- Okay, Jamie, I have a question for you.
You're far from
You didn't
stupid.
even hear me.
I were anxious to see you.
I have a question for you, Jamie.
What?
If Will and Maggie Doe do not want to move to California, are you still going to move to California with me and Casey?
Casey is all I care about now.
Aww.
See, she says Casey is all she cares about now. It means she doesn't give a shit about me. That's why she actually.
No, you are smarter.
You know why I asked that, Jamie? Well, wait a minute. I don't care.
What?
What lecture are we running today there, Grandpa?
Anyway, the reason I asked that, Jamie, is because you and I were engaged and you were supposed to move up here. But you didn't want to sacrifice being away from Will and Maggie Joe. To be
You want to
with the
hear
guy
a
that
funny
you were in love
joke?
with.
Yes, babe.
Lauren is so stupid, he got hit by a parked car.
Ha 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 ha. Thanks, Casey. That helps. I'm really trying to figure out, Jamie, how for 2 years you and I were so in love, and then supposedly over 2 months you
Jesus Christ.
lost so much love for me.
Easy.
Yeah, easy, huh? Right.
Yeah, you suck.
Yeah, okay. That's a good one.
I got a good one.
Okay, babe.
What's the difference between Lauren and a Walmart employee?
What?
The Walmart employee has a job.
I'm trying to figure out where you two think this should help.
You got roasted, Lord.
Helps what?
Helps with
Helps
anything.
his ego.
I don't really know of
Lord's
anybody that
going
likes
to
to be
throw
put
a
down.
tantrum.
I don't really know of anybody that likes to be put down.
I don't know anyone who likes to be called fake and a fucking bitch for doing nothing wrong. Do you?
You got a point, Jamie. That's my bad. And I'm sorry, so I'll pay attention to it.
Shove it.
No, I'm not going to shut it. At least I admit when I'm wrong about something.
You never
Okay.
admit when you're wrong about something.
Empty apologies.
Holy crap.
He denies until you present the truth that he can't dance around, then apologizes and acts like he did it on his own and it means something, but it doesn't.
That's true.
Because it's horseshit.
Well, you don't know what else is horseshit, Jamie? That you can't move away from Will to be with the guy that you love and want to marry.
Oh, back to this.
Well, no. She just said she'd move to California without them if they didn't want to go. She just said that.
She said she'd move up here and be with me, too.
Well,
Yeah, he's
you
an
also
idiot,
never
that's all
quit
he has.
smoking. You never quit smoking.
She never came up.
Yeah, you have to quit smoking first, idiot.
Well, I already quit smoking, so that's all.
Sure you did.
All right.
Spark, spark.
Spark. Is that what she said?
How's the job hunt been going now?
I put in for advanced auto parts today.
What's that?
Mom's gonna. It's an auto parts store.
Well, one whole job.
I had other things I had to do today too.
You're gonna work at a store?
If I need to.
Like
Now I'm
what?
just trying to find something. Tomorrow I'm going down to help.
What else did
My
you
friend,
have to do today?
Oh, I had to go to Waterville.
Why?
I came back and because Mom had an eye doctor appointment, so I had to go down with her. And I had to go over Uncle Clay's and help Uncle Clay with a couple of things.
That took how long?
That took 2 hours for that. Waterville's like a half hour away.
Well, day's almost over.
Jamie, I've been up since 1:30 this morning.
Why do you get up so early?
It's not that I wanted to be up. It's that I hadn't heard anything from you two. And I was worried.
So when did you take Mom to Waterville?
And that was around 9:30. Before I took her to Waterville, I was trying to get my water
Okay,
to
so
thaw
what
out
did you do for 8 hours?
before I took Mom to Waterville. I was trying to get my water to thaw because the line was frozen. I still didn't get it. So after I took Mom to Waterville, I came back. I helped Uncle Clyde do a couple of things over his.
So
Oh
it
my
took
God.
you 8 hours to thaw your pipes.
It took. Okay, they didn't thaw out until 2:30 this afternoon.
They Thor?
Thaw,
What do you mean? Oh,
thaw,
you said
thaw.
Thor again.
Just my accent. But I had to figure out where it was frozen at, because where it comes out of the ground is next to the outside of the trailer.
You said that after your pipes you took Mom. So you sat there and thawed a pipe for 8 hours, instead of looking for jobs.
Why is it hard to understand that I had to work on thawing my pipes out? If I don't thaw
Well,
the
what
pipes
do you-
out, they'll burst.
Well, she's saying
Then I
this.
gotta replace
You
all the
said
lines.
you said you got up at 1:30. Your mom's appointment was at 9. So for those 8 hours, you just thawed your pipes. That was it.
No, I didn't work. I didn't start working at 1:30. When I woke up, that's when I found out the water was frozen. But I didn't start working on them right away.
Okay,
I
what
mean,
did you do in the meantime?
if you would have noticed your text, you'd see what time I texted you.
Yeah, well, I'm asleep at 1 in the morning. I'm saying, what did you do during those 8 hours?
I went outside and I chopped some kindling wood and I chopped a couple
Why
pieces
is
of
this
other
so
big wood.
complicated?
Well,
Oh my
because the
God.
lack of sleep has ruined his brain.
I chopped some
Oh, good
kindling
point.
wood, some other wood, and I started the fire. I got the fire going. I made some coffee.
How long did that take?
I don't know. I didn't hurry to do
An
this
hour.
shit, you know.
Well, what do you like do? These are all things I can do in the span of like 45 minutes.
Yeah, well, when I first wake up, I'm not going to do it. I'm rush to do it in like 45 minutes.
All right, so what do you do when you first wake up?
I sit down at the table and I have a cup of coffee.
And that takes what, like 3 hours tops?
No, it's probably 20 minutes, but then I watch the news. Because normally I'm up around 4 o'clock.
There it is.
But
Bet he
Did I
sat
watch the
around and
news?
watched TV.
Yeah, Three's
I-
Company.
Yeah.
I only
Why
watch
don't
that
you
when
just
I'm
buy
bored.
firewood?
Because why buy it when I can get it for free? Especially when I don't have the money to buy it right now.
What are you going to do when you run out of trees to chop on your property?
I'm not getting these trees off my property.
What happened with Western Express?
Getting off of Roy's law, Roy's Uncle Clyde's law.
Oh, that's nice of you.
They already had them down. They cut them down last summer. So they told me to go over and take them.
What happened with
Well, they
Western
were down.
Express?
Whatever. I got to call Western Express. But if I call Western Express, that has to do more with me being able to have a job when I move out to California, because before I move out to California, I already have to have a job lined up. So I'll have a job when I get there. That's part of probation stipulations for me to be able to move out there. But they were looking for trainers. I think I paid like $130,000 a year, I think it said.
Oh, well, you aren't
Here.
doing PHSGC.
Huh?
Oh, well, you aren't doing that.
What do you mean I'm not doing that?
A trailer.
Well, I might.
So how are you going to afford your move?
Money.
Could you elaborate? You're not filling out your book right now.
I gotta sell my house when I move, right?
What money? You need change to feed your addiction.
What house?
A trailer, my land. God, I need to be specific.
Yeah, God forbid you call something what it is.
Yeah,
He means his land. The trailer is
it's
worthless.
a trailer house.
The trailer's worthless?
Property
Yes.
value, they don't value it as much.
What do they value it as? Like $50?
No, they think they've got it valued now like 10,000. Well, that's
Who
because it's not
valued
done.
it?
The town has an appraiser go around every year for taxes.
So the town sent an appraisal over and said 10K.
Yeah. The land is valued at 30 with the town.
Who's gonna buy it though? Does Cornville have an influx of like young people moving to town to start families and stuff?
There's actually a lot of out-of-staters buying land in Maine now. Property has gone up like $30,000 to what it normally was
Yeah, but
before.
like not in Cornville though.
Even in Cornville, even up in northern Maine, even because
So
of the
why don't you
pandemic.
sell it right now then?
Because I'm not moving to California yet.
10K isn't going to get you much in Cali, but
Oh, I know, Jamie. Believe me, I know. But that's just the trail. The land is valued at 30.
so
Still, I could
ask
sell this
again.
place. I could sell this place for 60 or 70 right now to the right buyer.
You can sell what for 60, 70?
My property.
Who's the right buyer?
Whoever wants
No
this
one.
area. There's only one other lot on this area that would be up for sale. That's a lot right
But
next
like,
to me.
what is in Cornville that people are moving there for?
Nothing.
Because
Like you said-
Skowhegan is right next to it. People
Walmart.
want to be close to a town where they don't have to go far to go to a town, but they also want to be out in the country, so
Old
they're not right
people.
in the middle of the town.
Old stupid people. Bumpkins.
So just because a person is old, they have to be stupid too.
Yes.
You realize we're all getting older, right?
No, they are old and stupid.
Jamie, you're going to be 26 in 2 months. In less than 2 months,
And
you're getting older too.
Yeah, but who's old right now?
Lord.
My mom's old.
Lawn is as old as dirt.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Your mama's so stupid. She climbed the glass wall to see what's on the other side.
OMG lol.
My
Your
mom's
mama
a
is so
special woman.
stupid, she could trip over a cordless phone.
OMG.
My mom's a special woman.
Special ed.
That's not nice to say about somebody's mother.
Well, just don't tell her I said that then.
That's seriously not nice to say about somebody's mother. You two are women. Why would you talk about somebody's mother?
What does being a woman have to do with anything?
Nothing.
Because you may wind up being a mother yourself someday.
Lawn sexist.
Well, I don't understand the correlation.
There isn't one.
It's not nice to
Because
talk
I'm a
about
woman,
someone's
I need to
mother.
like
period.
all moms and can't call moms stupid.
Lord.
What?
Your mom is so stupid she went to the dentist to get a Bluetooth. Hello.
Hello.
I'm here.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Hello?
I can
Can anyone
hear
hear
Hello,
you?
I can hear you.
Okay, I
can
can
hear
hear you. I can hear you too. Can you hear me? Jamie?
I can hear you.
Okay, Lauren, I can hear you too.
I can hear you, beautiful.
Aw, thank you.
Casey.
Yes.
I was looking at your picture today and do you know what I said?
What?
Come on, come on, come on, Daredevil.
What?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
No, I can hear you.
I can.
You ever look at your life and wish you were a grandfather by this point?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope, I don't.
Why?
Because I've actually had a good life.
Yeah, but do you ever like look at your life compared to like someone else's life who's your same age and like see what they've like accomplished and stuff? And do you kind of like feel bad?
I do. I've done that. I've done it a few times over.
Because like I'd say most people your age, you know, are getting close to retirement. They have like adult children.
I've analyzed my life quite a bit.
Yeah.
Most people any age wouldn't want to go to jail once, let alone twice. Hello.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can.
I can hear you.
I can hear you. Well,
Hello.
hello, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I've analyzed my life a lot to look at the things that I've done wrong. And there's no way that I can turn back the clock and redo them. So all I try to do is do things differently.
Yep. I was just wondering if you regret never having a family.
Sometimes I do. But I had a lot of things that made it difficult for me to have a family and that family actually be secure at the time.
Why?
Because of my train of thought that I was in, I thought I owed my siblings and thought I'd
Why?
just because that's the way they made me feel.
Well, and being an
How?
incel,
Huh?
I said it's also hard to have a kid when you're an incel.
When you're an imbecile,
Absolutely.
Incel.
that word's not coming out.
INCEL.
It is coming
Incel.
out.
Intel.
Incel.
Alright.
INCC. E-L.
Holy fuck.
In cell. You know, cell. Like what you were in for 5 years?
Oh,
In one
incel.
of those. Combine it. In cell.
Yeah, it makes it difficult to have anything in there.
No, when you're an incel, it's difficult to
you're-
have kids. When you are a incel.
What is an incel?
An
I've never
incel
heard
is
that.
someone who's involuntarily celibate.
Oh yeah, that's law.
You understand?
I understand you putting me down.
No, I'm saying it's involuntary. Wouldn't you
It's
agree
accurate.
right now you're involuntarily celibate? Wouldn't you agree
now?
that you are an incel?
I wouldn't agree that I'm involuntary because that's my own fault.
The answer is yes.
How are you
Well,
not involuntarily celibate? You'd have sex with me right now if you could.
Well, yeah, that's
You
true.
want? So you want to be celibate? You don't want to have sex?
No.
No, he doesn't.
Right.
No,
So
I
wouldn't
do
you
want to.
be involuntarily celibate? Wouldn't you be an
Yeah.
incel?
Yes. Okay. I've had the chance to get laid. After I've been a couple different times. After I've been out of being incarcerated. Hang on, Jamie.
I know, but like,
No,
But
please.
because of the way my mind was set from my crime, from what I did, it's been hard for me to deal with that, to cope with it.
Lorne, just
so
do
you're
this for me.
voluntarily celibate.
Was right now I'm involuntary celibate, but I was voluntary celibate.
Just say incel. It's easier to say incel.
Okay, incel. Okay, what'd you say, Jamie?
Just own it and be proud of your choices. Say I'm an incel and I'm proud of that. Own it, be powerful.
I'm an incel and I'm proud of it. There you go.
Was that so hard?
That was moving.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Why was it hard?
Because it is. It's
To admit you're an incel? Not that big a deal. So you're an incel. It doesn't matter. Do you like that show about the ponies?
It's hard because if Jamie would have came up here, I wouldn't have been.
Exactly. So you're involuntarily celibate. Incel. It's your fault, Jamie.
No, it's not her fault.
You just
it's
said
my
it was.
fault. No, that's not what I said.
You said if Jamie was up there, you wouldn't be incel.
No, yeah, but it's not
Yeah.
her fault. It was my choice.
It was your choice, but if she was there, you just said if she was there, you would have had sex. How's that your
Because
choice? That's her choice.
Because I decided I wasn't going to have any more one night stands. I was only going to have sex with somebody that I was in love with.
Yeah, so it's Jamie's fault that you're an incel.
No, it's not Jamie's fault.
I did that a couple times.
Did what a couple times?
Have sex for love.
When I first got back, I went to the bar with Paul. To a bar that I'd never been to before, and he'd been to all the time. And he had a friend. She was good looking. She was really good looking. Her name was Wendy, and she showed a lot of interest in me. And
Tony's Wendy.
No, not Tony's Wendy. It was a different Wendy.
Oh, Dave's Wendy.
No.
You went to
I was
Wendy's?
interested. I was interested in her, but then she gave me her phone number and everything. And I just never called her.
Why do you think she was interested?
Well, because she liked me. She liked the looks of me.
How do you know?
Because she was sitting on the other side of Paul, and she told Paul to move so she could sit next to me.
That's it.
Then she took a cab with me, even though she lived in the opposite direction.
Okay, I'm back.
And
She took a cab with
Hey,
me.
babe.
What's going on?
She took a cab with me, and she gave me her phone number. And,
Did she go to your place?
well, she found out where I lived.
Did you go to
She took a
yours?
cab. Nope. No, she took the cab with me. She found out where I lived. She gave me her
So
phone
then
number.
what's the cab matter?
And I, because she specifically rode in the cab so she could ride with me. She could have gone with her friends
Why?
because she likes me.
She didn't go in with you.
No, she went to her house.
Right.
After the cab dropped me off, she had the cab take her to her house. She gave me her phone number, and I never called her.
Oh
I'd
God,
only
you
been
didn't
out of
even pay for her cab.
what the hell was I gonna pay for her with? I'd only been out of
My
prison for
heart
like
hurts
3
for
days.
this woman.
I'd only been out of prison for like 3 days.
This doesn't make much sense, no offense.
What happened? I missed it.
I don't know. I lost track of the whole reason I set up.
You took a cab with a woman?
The woman that was interested in me at the bar when I first got out, I went to the bar with Paul. He had a friend there named Wendy, and she was interested in me.
Oh, and you bagged her and tagged her?
Nope, I didn't.
Lorne said this woman was into him. His clues were she sat beside him and took a cab ride to his place, but she didn't go in.
So she shared a cab with you to go home?
Yeah,
Wow,
she made
dude.
she made my brother move so that she could sit next to me and talk to me while we were at the bar.
Hot damn. You should have
And she
slept
shared a
with her.
cab with me. She said she shared a cab with me, even though she didn't have to take a cab. She could have gone with her friends.
I mean,
Took a
that's
cab
about
with
as
me,
obvious as it gets.
and she gave me her phone number too.
Oh, so you called her later and had sex with her?
No, I didn't call her at all. I have regrets on that one
Why didn't you call her?
because the way that my mind was at the time, I had just gotten out of prison, and I wasn't sure how recognizable I would be to the public, and
She was so
because
Why was
into him that
that?
Lorne turned her down. Not the other way around, K. See.
well, Jamie's gonna tell her own version of the story, even though she weren't there. But okay,
Wasn't.
I wasn't sure how recognized I was gonna be because being on the show, I had
Lorne's not as stupid as you think.
a hard time even leaving the house for a while.
Well, what do you mean? You said this was 3 days after you got out of prison. You were at a bar.
Yeah, I know. And I
So
was
you didn't have that much
uncomfortable the whole time.
trouble leaving your house.
Yeah, your sense of time is shit.
I did, because I was uncomfortable the whole time that I was at the bar.
You should have flouted her.
No, had it been years before that, I would have.
Is it because you had to ask to see her ID?
No. I didn't even know much of the rules of probation then.
They don't tell you the rules the second you get out.
No, you get 48 hours to report to them.
First 48.
Yeah.
Well, you said this was the third day.
Yeah, it's third days.
That's
How many
72
hours are in a day?
Huh?
24.
It was the second day that I went to Bangor to report to probation.
Oh, yeah, so you met the girl on the third day.
That's
Yeah.
72 hours.
The third night, Paul wanted me to go out and have beer with him. So I did.
So then you knew the rules.
No, I didn't know the rules yet.
But you got the rules prior to going out to the bar.
No, because it was, I went to probation to report to probation, and they didn't give me anything there. They told me that my probation officer would come and see me at the end of that week, which is like the fifth or sixth day that I had already been out.
Well, what a
And
weird
this-
coincidence.
You went
They
with
brought my
your-
book and
You went with Roy?
Roy.
Who'd you go with?
Oh no, Paul.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
It's a pretty serious question.
I know, and I have an idea what it is.
Okay. I was reading your book, and in one of the questions they asked you if you were ever sexually abused, and you said no. But then you also put that your brother sexually abused you. Is that true?
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
I'm gonna tell you. I'll tell you about something that not many people know that I opened up to later on in class about. It took me a long time to be able to open up in class. So that's why when you saw that answer of no, hadn't opened up yet.
Oh,
And that's something that they expect because people have a hard time opening up right away.
so what happened?
Oh. When I was little, well, Paul started in on me. And his side, he was able to whistle loud with his fingers. And when we lived at the first house in Cambridge, when we moved from Cornville to Cambridge, well, Paul and Roy had shared the upstairs of the garage. They turned into a bedroom, and Paul had into two bedrooms. Paul had one room, and Roy had another. And when nobody was home, and it was just me and Paul there, Paul would whistle. He was older than me. I'm the youngest of the family. He was older than me, and that was my signal to go up to his room. And he'd fondle me.
And he would make you do it to him?
Yeah.
How did he like phrase it?
He said, "Tell." He said, "Tell me if you like how this feels." And when we moved over the other house to the new house, he did it even more. There was even one time that we had a rented. Well, it was a loaned car that my uncle was working at the car dealership. He loaned the car to mom so she could, because her car was broke down. And mom and Lori were working at a shoe shop. It was we had me and Paul had to go to the dentist. The dentist was right down the road from the shoe shop. And there was a napkin in the car, and Paul put it up on cover of the window. And he did it to me again.
So did you ever tell your mother?
No. I told my sister Lori.
And what did she do?
She didn't do anything. I was in my 30s when I told her.
So then, how did it stop?
Paul moved to California. And I'm not the only one that he did it to.
Did he
He
do
did
it
too
to
much.
Roy?
He did two other cousins. No, he didn't do it to Roy. Roy was older than Paul.
Oh,
He did it to two other cousins that were my age. Actually, a year younger than me.
and he'd make you like touch his penis and suck on his penis?
No, that he didn't do.
So he just made you like touch it or like jerk him off? I don't
Just touch.
know. And he did it to you?
He did it to me and two of my cousins.
And did he ever like do it with his mouth to you?
No.
So he would just make you touch him and he would touch you.
Yeah. This is something. This is something I've never told anybody.
Well, I'm sorry it happened to you. That's awful.
That's not it.
What's not it?
There's another one.
What?
Richard had gotten a blowjob from some girl when he was 14.
Like a little girl?
No, like one of his friends. I don't know what possessed him to do that. He came back and came back to the house, and it was just me and him there. And then he told me to pull my pants down, that he wanted to show me something. I told him no, I didn't want to pull my pants down. He said, just pull them down. He said, I'm going to show you something. So I did. And then he started sucking on my dick. And I pushed him away.
And what happened?
I pulled my pants back up. And I left.
And what does he say to you? Like, don't tell mom or you're gonna get in trouble or what? Like, why didn't you tell?
He just asked me not to tell anybody about it.
How old were you?
I was like 12. He had just turned 14. He explained to me why he did it, because he wanted me to feel what he felt when he got the blowjob from the girl. I told him, I said, Richard, you're not a girl. I've never told anybody that, except class.
Did you ever confront him about any of this?
No.
So to this day, you've never talked to him?
Nope. Never talked to him about it. I just wanted it out of my head. So I want all of it out of my head. I can take my headset off. I gotta blow my nose. All right, I'm back.
Okay. So do you talk to this brother still?
I talked to all of them. I've been able to shut it out and not think about things. I hate thinking about it.
But your mom doesn't know to this day either.
She doesn't know to this day. It's not something that I ever want her to know. She's had a hard enough life. She doesn't need for it to be any harder.
How do you know he didn't do it to any other brothers?
Who? Paul or Richard?
He's not the oldest, he's one older than you?
Rich is next to me.
Oh.
I'm the youngest, and it's Richard, then Paul, then Roy, then Ralph, then Lori.
Gotcha.
Made me mad when I told Lori about it. She was abused by my dad. Or by my father, I should say. He was never a dad.
By your dad or by Richard?
No, by my father. Lori was the oldest.
Oh, what did he do to her?
I guess I don't know exactly what he did to her. She's never come out and told me exactly. I guess he used to fondle her as far as I know, and I don't know what else he did. But he used to keep her home from school. But I was 2 when my father left. I didn't see him again until I was 21. Well, actually, I saw him when I was 11 for like 15 minutes.
What
I haven't seen
happened then?
We went over to my grandmother's house. Me and Mom, Lori, and Richard. And Lori was going to go over and say hello to Dad and his wife. And Richard was going to go with her. And I didn't want to go at first, but because Lori was going, I went. And I guess I clung to Lori's leg the whole time.
You did what?
I clung to Lori's leg the whole time.
Oh. So, where does your mom know about what he did to Lori?
She does because Lori told her.
And
But
Lori
didn't tell her for a long time. Mom didn't know what she could do. By the time Lori told Mom, Lori was already an adult. I hate thinking about this stuff.
Well, yeah, I don't blame you. And your mother did nothing after that.
She couldn't do anything. Lori was an adult. If anybody did anything, it would have to be Lori. Lori chose not to do anything. I never understood that. I guess she has her own way of thinking, so. Told you to, I'd open up to you. That was hard.
No child should have to go through that.
No, you shouldn't.